Hello everyone, this is John from Civil Center. Welcome to our channel. As we know, Civil Center is continuously working with the vision to guide civil engineering students and professionals. And for that, we keep making videos on different software and on different training programs related to civil engineering field. So, what are we going to discuss in today's live session? Today, we are going to discuss what is the scope of AutoCAD and STAAD Pro in the market. Okay, so I guess last I was live on 3rd June, so it's been too long. So sorry for the delay, but we have got some network issue and we have faced a lot of problems over there. But now we have overcome all the problems and we are back to interact with you. So let's see who are the viewers who have joined me. So viewers, you can ask any question related to civil engineering field in this live session. Okay, so that will not be an issue. So you have to simply just write your comment over here, and you can also ask me to switch the language because I have a good command over Hindi and English both. Okay, so you can just ask me to switch the language in case you want that. Now I'm just going to share my screen and I will start discussing about what are the things that are there in the market and is being required by our industry. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to open up the software that is AutoCAD. Okay, so what is AutoCAD? So it is a drafting software. Now the question is, what do you mean by drafting, and how much it is different from the drawing? So drawing can be any image with any random dimensions, but when we have a drawing with dimensions, then that is called drafting. So when in your colleges, even in the first year, you do just you must have a course, or you must have a subject with name like building drawings. Okay, or in different colleges, it can be named differently, but the basic structure is that we will get a A1 size paper over there, and then we will simply draw whatever there is the book. So we will have to just copy the building that is there in the book, and we use our drafters and everything. But we are living in the digital era, and here the things are a lot easier than our conventional method. So we have this software that is AutoCAD. So just like AutoCAD, we have different CAD softwares also, like the ArchiCAD is there, then ZWCAD is there. So there are many drafting softwares, but AutoCAD is the dominant software in India. Okay, so we are going to discuss about this software also. So first of all, let's see what this software can do. So this software can draft things like this, and in this everything is very easy to use. Like if you want to just draw a line, then you can simply draw a line. You will have to simply enter the dimension and then you can draw a line. Like you don't have to use a drafter over there. You can just go ahead and find the symbol of perpendicular. Like you can also draw any line at a particular angle. Like you can see over here it is 142 degree, or if you will just move in this direction, it will show you the changing angles. You don't need the drafter. For the perpendicular one, it will show you 90 degree, and then you can just move ahead and draw things with the perfect dimensions. Okay, so this is how your software is going to work. Okay, now it will also, you can see I have left a gap over here, then I can always just change it like this. So everything is very easy in AutoCAD, and now I will just undo the process and then we will see what else can we do. So we can similarly draw the polylines, then the circles, arcs, rectangles, then center, hatch, everything is present over here. Then we can also have easy things to just copy it. So we are living in the digital era, and here things are very much advanced than what you used to do in the colleges. Now in every colleges we must have learned of two different softwares. One is the AutoCAD and the second one is just STAAD Pro. Now let's check for the comments. So right now I have 4 viewers with me, and viewers, you can simply ask any question related to civil engineering field over here. Okay, so if our viewers can are willing to just learn AutoCAD, you can also simply request, and we can just start making like hacks of AutoCAD over there. And even on the Civil Center channel, like you will find a lot of videos, and over here you will also find the videos related to AutoCAD. Okay, so there are so many things that you can do over here. Now let's go back to our AutoCAD. So over here, I've explained that this is a drafting software, but how we can draft a building plan like this? So for that, first of all, what we need a conceptual plan. Now, if we need a conceptual plan, then we must have the knowledge of how we can make a conceptual plan. So for that, you will have to learn a few things, like you will must have the idea of what is the sizes of any room. Like you can't just decide that in this plot you are going to have a size of this room, but according to the plot you will have to think what is the size of the room that will suit the requirement of your client. Now when it comes to a client, what is the thing that is needed? You need to understand that what is the requirement of your client. So there are so many steps that we have to follow before we can reach to this level, that is the drafting one. Okay, now learning any software is very easy, and you can always learn it from the YouTube channels, or there are so many other platforms also. But how Civil Center is different. Civil Center is going to just guide you with all the concepts behind this. Okay, so we are not here to guide you with the softwares, we are here to guide you with the concepts that will be helpful to you to plan a building like this and then draft it in the AutoCAD. So now I will just go to our course content, and over there you can see what are the things that we are going to learn in our course curriculum, and parallelly we will also learn about the STAAD one. Okay, so we will start our course with the introduction portion, where we are going to introduce you to the whole course. Okay, and we will also just start guiding you with each and every step. Okay, like which Zoom ID you will have to use, and what is the timing of the class. Everything will be specified beforehand, and after that, on the first day of the class, you will be introduced to all the topics that are mentioned over here. So you can see in this whole course, we are going to have the 17 different topics. Now the first is the introduction, and the second one is the client deal. Okay, so in this one, what we are going to learn? We are going to learn how you can deal with your clients. Okay, so like if you have to take the requirement of your client, how you can take the requirement, and what are the requirements that you must take from your client. Like you can visit different kinds of client, like one will be there who is just with all the like preparation, like I want a room like this, I want a room like that, I want a kitchen like this, and I want a kitchen with a big space, I want a living room which is luxury, I want a drawing room in which I can accommodate this many guests. But there can be a client who will approach to you and who will expect you to plan a building that is perfectly meeting his need. However, he is not very much aware of what are his future goals. Then you will have to give an idea that okay, if you are planning a building like this, then in future it will require these things. Okay, like suppose you are living with a family, but what are your future goals? Like, do you want to just give your house on rent? Do you want to increase your family? Or do you want to move somewhere? So, according to his requirement, you will have to think. Okay, so this is how you will have to learn how to deal with your clients. Okay, now the next thing is the building components. In this, we are going to learn what is the size of a room that must be allotted to a particular plot. Like suppose you have this room, suppose. Okay, so how I have decided that I need a room of this size. Okay, why not a little shorter than this, why not a little bigger than this, why this size is the best for it. Okay, so how I have decided it. So there are so many things that you need to take care of before planning a building. Then it is not just the sizes of the room that you need to take care of. You also need to take care of in which direction you should place a particular room. Like if you want to place a puja room, if you want to place the staircase, then in which direction it should be placed, and how it is fitting to the requirement of the client, how it is fitting to the like availability of the direction in the plot. Where is the direction of the road? Is it in the south? Is it in the north? Is it in the east or west? Where is the road? And according to that, you will have to plan each and everything. Where you can place the entrance, where you can place the staircase, where you can place the bathrooms. So everything is defined in the vastu. But before implementing the vastu in your plan, you will have to understand what is vastu. So you will have to go through all the concepts, and only then you can make a conceptual plan. And just making the conceptual plan is not enough. You will have to make it quick, just in the front of the client. And for that, what you can do, you will have to work on so many projects. Like at least you will have to go through 7 to 8 projects in order to be fluent with any particular project. Okay, then comes the drafting portion. And you can see I've already introduced you to the AutoCAD, and in that one you can just learn the drafting. Okay, next, what we can do over here, now your AutoCAD is introduced and you have drafted a plan like this. Then what is the next thing that we have to do? We have to go for the center line. So let's go ahead and see how a center line looks like. So this is how a center line looks like. Now you can't just jump from this drawing to the center line. You will have to go through various phases. Like this is the plan. Then you will have to go through this one. Like you will have to just eliminate the unnecessary markings over here. Then you will have to just erase all the names that are unnecessary over there. Then you will just left with the staircase and the walls. Now all these walls will rest on the beams, right? So you will have to make the beams first. So you can see you have to join all the walls on the ground floor and the first floor. Then you will have to merge these things, and then you can just draw the lines like this. Then you can just go through the center lines, and after the center lines you will just go for the measurement of the center lines. Okay, now these measurements are ready. Then you will have to mark the coordinates. Now when you are ready with coordinates like this, only then you can simply put a Excel sheet, and I will just show you the Excel sheet demo too, but that will be done later. So you will have to just prepare all the coordinates, and then only you can introduce these coordinates to the STAAD Pro software, and then you can start the modeling. Now if you want to just learn how to model the a complete building, then you can also just search for complete building design in STAAD Pro, and over here you'll also find our videos. Okay, so there are so many things, like you can also find the complete tutorial for that. And if you want to just go for the professional training, then you can also go for the professional training. So you will have to just search for the STAAD Pro software in our playlist. Also you can get that, like complete building design in STAAD Pro. So you can see here is the link for that. So you can just use this one too. Okay, I'm just going to share this link in the live session itself. Okay, now if and you can just use this link to use how to design the complete building. So I have just made a demo model over there, and I have explained each and every step over there. But is that enough? Is that learning STAAD Pro is enough? Obviously not. Then what are the different things that we need to learn when it comes to STAAD Pro? Now guys, I can see that we have 8 viewers with me, but none of them are interacting except the Isha Ahmad. So hello Isha Ahmad, and just let me know who are the other viewers who are with me. Okay, now comes the next part, that is STAAD Pro has been introduced. You have learned the modeling, you have learned the loading, but what is the concept behind that? You need to learn how you can calculate the loads. Why we are just applying 2 kilonewton per meter for the floors, or 2 kilonewton per meter square as the live load. How we have decided that? From where we are getting these loads? Or if we are using the wall load as 11 kilonewton per meter, then why? And for which kind of brick? Whether is it a fly ash brick or is it a red brick? What kind of brick it is? So we will have to just understand each and everything about the loading. Which IS code should be used? What is the IS code for the dead load? Which one is for the live load? Which one is for seismic load? And if you are using the seismic load IS code, then which is the current version of the seismic load IS code which we are using? And which one is there in the STAAD Pro software? How you can change the values for that? How you can decide the zones? So everything, like if you are like picking the zone 2 or zone 3, then why are you picking that? For which zone, which state is belonging? So how you are going to just decide all these things? Or suppose you are working with a soil bearing capacity, then how you are deciding soil bearing capacity? So everything has to be defined properly, and there is a reason behind each and every concept. So in Civil Center, you will be guided with the concepts. Learning the STAAD Pro is very easy, and you can also learn a STAAD Pro from our playlist. But what about the concepts? So there are persons, there are people who would like to just learn the concepts behind all these things, or in the end, who would like to just make a structural drawing like this. Let me share my screen with you, and I will show you. So there may be people who would like to make a structural drawing like this, right? You want to make a foundation layout, a plinth beam layout, a typical beam column layout, or just the longitudinal section of the plinth beam, the beams and the slab, then all the schedules for the beam, then the plinth beam and the footing is there, then the columns are there. So if you want to make a structural drawing like this, then what we can do? You can simply join our professional training. Now the question is, how you can join our professional training? And the answer is very simple, my friend. You can simply go ahead and find a link over here in this description, and you have to just click over here and a Google form will open up, and from there you can simply register yourself by filling this form. Now we have some viewers with us. So let's say Pammi Kumari, hello. Arpan, hello. Alibokali, hello. Saffron, Arpan, thank you for a valuable tutorial. Thank you, Arpan, for your valuable feedback. Now, the question is, uh, what if you are just like filling the form and not getting any response? Then that will not happen. That is on my personal guarantee that you will definitely get a response from our team. But now it is not the time to just say hello and hi. So guys, if you have any kind of question, like what you want to do in your career, what should be the like the best field for you, what is your interest, if you want to discuss any of these things, then you can simply write that in the chat section, and I'm here to answer all of that. Okay, so by the time I'm getting the answers over here, so okay, I have just one question. Revit structure or Tekla structure, which is best for career development? Okay, so that's a good question. So Saffron Jaffrey, let's have a look at your answer. Okay, so where you can find the jobs? So there are so many job searching websites, but if you want to go for a genuine website, then it is LinkedIn. Okay, so you can simply find the jobs over LinkedIn. Now you have to just sign up with a profile over there, and then you can start looking for a job over here. Okay, so let's go to the home first, and there go to jobs. Now suppose you want to look for a job related to Tekla Structures. Okay, so you will see you will get a bunch of options over here. I'll just drag it over here. Now according to suppose you want to get the job vacancy in the past month, because that is the genuine one, otherwise it would have been filled by another one and they would have recruited it. Okay, so you are not going to look for the like job opportunities were like which were offered like 2 years back. No, you don't have to do that. You have to just for look for the recent job opportunities. So you have job for the Tekla modeler over here, then Tekla designer, then senior designer, civil and structural. So these are the job offers and you can just look for these. Okay, now let's look for Revit structure. You can also change the location over here. I have just set it to India. So if you are belonging to some other country, then you can also look for that. Okay, now let's look for Revit structure. Okay, and now again we are just going to go for the filter, and you can see number of jobs are more when it comes to Revit structures. Now why is it so? So let's come back to this topic. Why the job opportunities for Revit are more in India than the Tekla structures? So if it comes to the detailing, then obviously both the softwares are equally good. Okay, and both have their pros and the cons, and I will also make a video on the difference on both these. Okay, so I will just compare it. Okay, Revit structure or Tekla structures, I will just compare it, so don't worry about that one. Okay, I will just note your questions over here, and then I can just guide you. But now what is the next thing that we need to learn? Here we need to learn something about Revit. If you are using Revit, then you can do the planning in that. And if you are planning in something in Revit, then you can easily create the 3D model in that. You can always do the detailing work in Revit. So Revit is an advanced software. And if someone is knowing the Revit completely, then obviously he is better than any other detailer. Okay, because he is capable of doing the planning, detailing, 3D modeling, and so many things are there. And it is also a BIM software. So Revit is better in that way. Now when it comes to detailing work, okay, like someone is willing to go for the detailing job only. He's not interested in planning. He's not interested in 3D modeling. Then you can go for Tekla Structures. Why so? Because it will require lesser space in your laptop. It is smooth, and the applications in the Tekla Structures are way more developed than the Revit. Okay, so there are so many apps. Actually, I have this Tekla Structure open over here, so I can just open the Tekla Structure. Okay, so let's open a new model over here, and I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, so you can see now here is my screen, and I can just show you, but this will take a little time to open up. Okay, so by the time it is opening up, let's see if you have any other question. So Nimna Geeta Jana, thank you. Okay, thank you, sir. Which software is best for career? So Saffron Jeffrey, I guess your question has been answered, but still I will just make a detailed video on this one. And then Sanil. Okay, Sanil, I will just, I have shared my screen now, and you can just see my screen now. Okay, now Tekla Structures takes a little bit of time to open up, so that's why I was not sharing my screen back then. Okay, So guys, it's time to interact. So you can simply go ahead and keep asking the questions, and I'm here to answer. So once my Tekla structure will open up, I will just show you what are the applications and what kind of applications I'm talking about. Okay, so Revit and Tekla are sorted, and I will definitely make a video on that one, the comparison of both the softwares. So you will get it by in 2 or 3 days. Okay, and recently we are also launching a course on the Primavera, so we are going to launch a playlist on that. Okay, so from tomorrow or day after tomorrow, you will start getting the videos on the Primavera, and the question is what is Primavera. Then it is a project management software, and you can simply learn it for the construction and planning management. Okay, so that's the answer. And if you have any other question, then you can just ask your questions over here. So by the time this Tekla is opening, I will just continue with the course content. Okay, over here. So let's share the screen, and you can see we have missed a few points in the course content to be described. Okay, so Tekla STAAD Pro is capable of designing the beams and the columns. But what about the other structural members, like there are slab, staircase, and the footing? How you can do that? So for that, we are going for the manual design. Now, when all the design results of the manual designs and the uh, design results of STAAD Pro, we will just gather all the designing results, and then we will compile it and do the data interpolation. Now, why is this step important? This step is very much important because if you will not compile the results, okay, then you can't just make a structural drawing like this, and you will find a multiple types of beams and the columns over there. Okay, but you can't just go for multiple types of the beams and the columns. You will have to restrict yourself to 7 to 8 types of beams, and then 5 to 6 types of the columns, because we need the different kinds of formworks for different kinds of columns. Okay, so sometimes you don't have to just deal with the sizes. You can also deal with the orientation. Like over here, you can see the B1 and B4 is having the same kind of size, but the orientation is different over here. Okay, so you can simply just go ahead with that too. Okay, now let's see if we have any other question. Okay, now sir, can you make a video for Revit architecture first to last? Okay, Sanil, actually we have already just created the series, and I guess we have already finished that too. So you can just start watching that series. That series is being handled by Manaxo, and you can see I will just show you on the playlist over here. You will see a series of videos of Revit architecture too. Okay, so let me just check it. This is our playlist. Let's see if we have that over here. But the Revit architecture is already under construction, so we have already started the series for that. Okay, so you can see these many videos has already been placed, and it was just started from the scratch, and then it moved on, and finally till the finishing work we have completed it. Okay, so you can just take a screenshot of the dates, and from there you can just look for all this. Okay, so that's not an issue, we have already done that. Then next, um, sir, free course on Primavera. Actually, we are I just said that we have started a series of 4 videos on the Primavera, and from tomorrow or day after tomorrow, you will start getting the videos. Okay, so regularly on the YouTube, and that will be completely free. But if you want to just go for the professional training, then you can also go for that. Okay, do you teach Navis work? No, Ali, actually we are not teaching the Navis work right now. Okay, but we would like to just teach that in near future. Okay, now if someone is willing to learn all the things that are there in the course content that I have just discussed with you, all these 17 topics, then you can simply join our professional training. How to join that? Will find a link in the description, and the course fee for that is 6,000 for the live classes, in which you will get 30 hours of the live sessions. You will get to work on a live project, and obviously you will learn from the experienced consultants. So you will not just go ahead and learn all the topics that were covered in this, like not just the theoretical portions, not just the conceptual portions, or the software portion. You will also get to learn from the experienced consultant. So they will also share their experiences, like what are the difficulties that you will face in the practical grounds. They will keep sharing all these things with you. Okay, so it will be very much helpful for you. Okay, now let's check for the comments for the last time. Okay, Sunil is saying thank you. So thank you, viewers. I have enjoyed a lot with discussing all of these things with you, and thank you for such like interesting participation. And from now on, I would like to just keep the live sessions regular. Okay, sorry I couldn't came live for a couple of days in the near past. Okay, so if someone is willing to just join these classes, then you will have to just pay 6,000 and fill this Google form. Okay, so just you will have to just fill the Google form first, and after that our team will connect with you. They will tell you what is the process of payment. Okay, and after that you can simply enroll yourself. Our next batch for this is, I guess, starting from 14th. Yeah, 14th, I guess. It is starting from 14th of June, so you can simply enroll yourself for that, and we will be happy to have you on board. So till then, take care and bye bye. Bye everyone.